What are your characteristics that make you somebody that you want to spend time with? How can you look at yourself and recognize all the things that you've been through, all the things that you've made it through, all the victories you've had, all the failures you've had, and what they've made you, and see that person with love? How can you do that? It's day 11, the mirror practice. And it is, how can I and today is actually December 10th. So again, this is me like cutting into these other videos. So hi, in real time. The mirror practice. How can I meet my reflection with kindness instead of critique? I look at myself with eyes of love. I might have already taped this. We'll see. Because I feel like I talked about this. How can I meet my reflection with kindness instead of critique? The prompt is, how can I meet my reflection with kindness instead of critique? The affirmation is, I look at myself with eyes of love. And I think I do a good job at this, you know what I'm saying? How can I meet my reflection with kindness instead of critique? Even though I do, from time to time, critique things about myself. I don't know if y'all can see me. I'm trying to clean up a little bit up in this place so we don't get fined. Okay, it's always like kind of more of a joke. I don't take none of it too serious because I really do adore myself. And even starting to use words like that, if you aren't, like we talked about yesterday, the words you use about yourself are really important. But like just starting to use those words could be helpful. I adore myself. That's a word. I don't know if a lot of people use that word, but I do. You know, try it on. Be in the mirror. That may be one of the mirror practices that you can have. I adore myself. You don't have to, sometimes people think, because saying I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, blah, 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 all that is superficial and fading. What is something that can stand a test of time? Despite whatever happens, however you look, me adoring myself. I can do that like this, and I can do that with what I'm about to be in 5 seconds, you know? Either way. How can I look at myself with eyes of love? How can you look at yourself and recognize all the things that you've been through, all the things that you've made it through, all the victories you've had, all the failures you've had, and what they've made you, and see that person with love? How can you do that? Is there a way to look in the mirror and see the full you, not just the reflection of what other people are going to think of that reflection, or what you may think of that reflection? How can you really see you? I gotta get in the shower. I'm gonna call you back. So I have been struggling with this one because technically I think I'm all the way on day, I should be recording day 24 today. So I have moved past it, but this one I just never like got for real. I wrote it down, but I didn't really understand how to talk about it for real because when I think about like mirror work, I was thinking about like your self-esteem when you look at yourself, whether you think you're ugly or cute. And to me, it just didn't resonate because it's like that is so beside the point and so surface level of like, I don't even know how to help with that. Like, I don't even know what to say. Well, in that realm of if you know, if you have problems with how you look, because I don't know. I have a video that I will link that kind of goes into why that probably is, because I just don't think of it in that way. Like, it's just a non-factor of what people think about you. Like, what do you think about you? But if I go and I look at the word mirror and I think about image, let me tell you what sparked this for me. I was doing yoga with Adrienne, which I'm about to do another one, hopefully. And we were doing a pose where we were supposed to be. She said, look over into a pond, and it's kind of like the scene from Zoolander, and ask, who am I? And she was like, this is also a goofy way to remind yourself that this practice is for you and blah, blah, blah. But that question of who am I think now that's something I can get down with. I can't really get down with the mirror. And you're looking at the mirror for the mirror to give you the answer of who you are and what you are and whether you're worthy. I can't really get down with that. Like, it's just, I don't even know how to move, like help a person move past that. That's not my ministry. And I don't know if people want to. People want to look a certain way, blah, blah. I don't mind looking a certain way, you know? Sometimes I get the lashes, my hair was straightened, I do the nails, I can do that stuff. And it has its place. But it doesn't change, like, it's not changing how I feel about myself, whether I'm, Sealy or not. You feel me? It's either way. I'm Barbara. When we look in a mirror and its reflective tendencies of just reflecting back what is there, just reflecting back what is there. And with that affirmation, I look at myself with eyes of love. How can you have acceptance for who you are, looking at yourself, yes, superficially with in that case with eyes of love, but in your doings, in your beings, with self-acceptance for where you are right now, with mistakes that you might make along the way. How can you still have some kindness for yourself, some admiration for yourself, and knowing that you can get better, that it's okay, that who you are is perfect in any given moment is perfectly fine. I don't think I'm gonna get to this next part of yoga, which is totally fine. I did 22 minutes and that's cool. But so I'm gonna just give you the prompt and you can take it how you want to take it, because again, like we talked about, you know, it's not about me, it's about you. So I'm gonna give it to you. You do what you will with it. How can I meet my reflection with kindness instead of critique? I look at myself with eyes of love. I look at myself with eyes of love. So I think some of this also goes into how we were talking about self-talk and how you talk to yourself. If you do have an issue with, if you struggle with accepting your reflection, that self-talk is going to be very important, because you have all these other things talking to you. You have media, you have what you people when you were in middle school, elementary school, high school told you, who were dealing with their own, issues, told you about what was beautiful, about what was acceptable, about what made you worthy. And if you are still stuck in that place, or if you are still not honoring your opinion of who you are over other people's opinion of who you are, a good place to start, the only place to start, is with your own self-talk. Sometimes things like Instagram, Facebook, those can crowd out our inner talk. I get so much done when I leave those platforms or reduce my intake of those platforms, so that I can hear myself. And what do you think about yourself? What do you think about, because there's so many opinions and this and that, and this is cute and this is ugly, and this is what boots somebody should wear. Man, somebody said something about these boots. They were saying, like, if a girl wears these certain boots, then she's promiscuous. And I know it's a funny little joke, but the messenger, I'm looking like, I could wear the boots if I want to, because me, that one don't got nothing to do with the other, because your lifestyle says one thing and you telling me these boots is gonna say something about me. If I want to wear the boots, I wear the boots, but my legs can be closed. You hear me? But anyway, so just just forming your own opinions and kind of letting that noise, if you are on social media a lot, then you might not see a lot of people that are, coming to you with this. You might not see that a lot. And so that's going to tell you, give you certain messages about what is acceptable. If you're not talking to yourself, if you're not feeding yourself your own things and really asking that question, that Zoolander question that she was talking about, that who am I? What do I like? What do I want to be? Do I want to be, am I someone who just wants to be something that other people think is acceptable? It's for you to decide how you want to reflect with your image, but I'm saying there's what society has said and what society has told us, and then there's who you actually are and how you actually feel about yourself. And that can be hard to find out or hard to distinguish if you aren't listening to yourself, like aren't getting quiet and listening to your own thoughts about who am I? What is naturally things that I gravitate to. So I feel like the looking at yourself with kindness, looking at yourself with eyes of love, really the foundation of that is spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself outside of American beauty standards, what your family has told you, what the people you went to school with have told you. Is getting to know yourself outside of those things for yourself. So if that's not a journey you've gone on, then like I said, the self-talk that we talked about yesterday, and then kind of maybe writing about who am I and what are the things that you like about yourself, what things are uniquely you. There are things that are uniquely me that might pee other people off. I'm sure there are. I'm sure it is. It's probably, if y'all watching me in HD, and as you've been seeing, I wash my face a lot. But do I wash my face before I work out? I don't. So you might be seeing me, you might be seeing a lot up in there. If you back up, watch me on your phone. Don't watch me on your dang on TV. But anyway, but anyway, you might be seeing, and that might pee you off, right? That might be something you can't deal with. But I have to respect, I'm not going, oh, let me do this because this is what is acceptable. Everybody has to decide for themselves. I have a strong, rebellious spirit of I have to be me. And I love that about myself. I have to be me. I cannot just do what other people want me to do. It's going to stress me out. It's going to make me mad. What are your characteristics that make you somebody that you want to spend time with? I think that's a good question. Because that's what matters. That's who you're going to be with day in and day out. Nobody else, just you. So what are the characteristics about you that make you somebody that you want to spend time with? I love spending time with a girl that wants to dance in the woods and sing old R&B songs. I love spending time with a girl who is not afraid to show herself in whatever shape or form she comes in on YouTube. I love being around such a funny, witty person who has comebacks when she needs it, but also is learning to taper that and pick and choose my battles. I think I've been doing that very well, but anywho. So I love spending time with a girl that is the type of mother that would have been great to have. So what are those things about you that are so amazing? Starting to look at yourself. I think we talked about yesterday with the self-talk. This, when we talking about our reflection, our image, this also comes into handy of how would you build up a child? How would you build up a child? How would you build that child's self-esteem up? And not from a fake place, because these things are made up. If you go to a different country, there are different standards. That's why I really enjoy watching African like movies or series and things like that to just kind of see how they dress, how they do their makeup, how they do their hair, which some of that is colonized, but there is a different, they do it different. The sizes of their main character are different. The body shapes of their main character is different. And so that is refreshing to see, and a reminder of just because you could be in a world that you might not be, just because the world around you says one thing, that don't make it true. People have created a world that benefits them. They have made themselves the beauty standard. That doesn't mean that other things aren't beautiful. It's like the propaganda. My cat is sitting right here. It's like this propaganda of people hate cats. If you've never lived with a cat and you say you hate cats, you probably don't hate cats. Because one, they not even bother with you, but it's so much propaganda. She looking at me, she flipped on her belly because she's so cute. But anyway, there's so much propaganda that when people think of cats, they think of, they're mean, they're nasty, they're blah, blah, blah. But people say it all the time. It's just a story that people have told themselves, that society tells us. And we go with it. Same with you. You don't have to go with what society tells you. They feed all kind of lies. So many lies out there. I won't get into all that because the video's getting long. I gotta go get dressed. It's after 7:30. It's time for me to get in the shower and wash my face. Whatever you see, you shouldn't have been watching me on here. You should have just been watching me on your phone. All right. So with our other videos, we're almost home, right? We're almost back from Vegas, and we will, be getting back into the flow of more what you're used to seeing. So I look forward to seeing you in those videos, and I'll catch you later. Take care.